One thing you have noticed, or you should have noticed, the stories and the lessons are 5 to 6 minutes long. I told you that it would be 15 minutes a day. Well, the other part of the time is to answer the questions and discuss the answers. We're not going to spend 15 minutes telling you a story. I'm going to try to tell you a story. Let me back that up. I don't try. I'm going to tell you a story. And I'm going to give you what it should mean to you. Take the shot in basketball. Visualize, forget the fog in Florence Chadwick. Don't confuse activity with accomplishment with the caterpillars. And then you're to answer those questions in writing and then discuss them. And when you do that, you develop those qualities. What do you think Friday is? Friday, we're going to inspect the garden. We're going to get rid of the weeds. We're going to find out how we did. See, that which is not monitored becomes optional. If we don't have a check system on Friday, then we don't have a way to know how we're doing. We don't have a way to know if you made the shot or if you didn't. We don't know how to correct the shot. We don't know where the fog is and how we're going to get rid of the fog. We don't know how to not confuse activity with accomplishment. What you do is you go back and you look at the goals that you wrote each day. Each day you had 3 goals that you wrote down. How'd you do? Now, it's so important here. Don't beat yourself up. Don't get despondent. Don't give up. If you didn't do any of the 3 goals every day, not one day did you get all 3 of them done, it's okay. You give yourself a minus, but you write down why didn't you do it. Maybe you didn't allot the time or you didn't focus on getting it done. Whatever it is, what's the fog? What was the fog that kept you from doing it? Now you correct the shot. And the second part is, what are you going to do differently next week? I missed the shot. It went off to the left. How are you going to correct it? That's what is it that you got to do next week? Then every week you're going to get better at it. The second question is, which story made the most impact on you and why? What did you learn from the story that meant the most to you? How can you apply that in your life? How can you make sure that the story is meaningful to you? And the third question that you ask, how did you do on the quality? Quality this week's easy, purpose-driven. So it's really all about goals. But you write down, how did I do as far as becoming a purpose-driven? See, you're either one of 2 things. You're either purpose-driven or you're time-oriented. H. Ross Perot, the great Dallas industrialist, did a survey. And he wanted to find out what was the difference between hourly wage workers and self-employed people, the entrepreneurs that were making all the money. You know what the difference was? The self-employed people set goals. The hourly wage workers focused on the time. All they did was go to work and get $9 an hour. The self-employed people didn't worry about the hours or the time. They worried about accomplishing a goal, making the shot, swimming the 26 miles. That's what they focused on. It's the same thing with us. How do you become a purpose-driven? How do you develop the quality of becoming purpose-driven? Number one, you got to take the shot. Number 2, you got to correct if you missed. And number 3, you got to smile when you hit it. And that's what makes you a purpose-driven. And the minute you become a purpose-driven individual, your morale is going to go up, and you will have become a better you.